They say motherhood is a journey, but let's be honest, sometimes it feels more like a roller coaster with no seatbelt. I bet you're like me, wondering why babies, or teens in my case, don't come with instruction manuals. Welcome to This Incredible Mom Life, the podcast that celebrates the beautiful chaos, quiet wins, messy moments, and everyday miracles of being a mom. I'm your host, Dummy, wellness coach, mom of 3 boys, and a passionate believer that you don't have to live at the mercy of PMS, burnout, or exhaustion. Join me every week as we hear the craziest and most unbelievable mom stories. I'll be sharing the huge accomplishments and triumphs of both our moms and their kids. We'll giggle, cheer on the kids, and discuss obstacles and lessons learned along the way. If you are struggling to be the best mom you can be, how open-minded are you to booking a free call with me? You don't have to live at the mercy of your cycle, and you definitely don't have to do it alone. Give yourself permission to let me be part of your support system. I believe that you weren't meant to just survive motherhood. You were meant to thrive in it. Welcome back to This Incredible Mom Life, where we talk about what women are really feeling but rarely saying out loud. Bracha Goetz is the Harvard-educated author of 47 children's books that help grow gratitude and a candid memoir for adults about her joyful journey to joyful motherhood. Her newest picture books include The Happiness Box and The Mother Who Always Said Yes. They can be found at growingimpactpublications.com. Thank you, Bracha, for taking time to be here with me today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Well, let's get started. Tell me who you're a mom to.
Oh, I'm a mom to 6 wonderful parents. They've grown up and they all have beautiful families. Thank God.
And how many grandchildren do you have?
Oh my gosh, you really want to know? Right now, we have 39 grandchildren.
Wow, you are so blessed. Amazing. I love that.
Thank God.
Yeah, well, share a mom story with us.
Okay,
Or a grandma story, maybe.
yeah, it's both because this is my favorite thing to pass on to other parents. I have no idea how I came up with this, but one day I just started handing things to my children and not letting go of them. Like I would hand them a pencil, a pen, and they take it in their hands and I don't let go. And they're looking at me like, "What?" And I'm just smiling. And they say, "Thank you." Okay, I let go. And this has gone on for years and years, and it's being passed on to the grandchildren. And it seems kind of silly, but it's teaching something so basic that we really get so much out of saying thank you for everything, every little thing. I hand a piece of paper. If a teacher hands them a piece of paper in school, they know to say thank you. Like any little thing, it it begins to train the brain to scan for positive patterns. That's really what gratitude is about. And that's my favorite mom story because it just keeps on going and spreading and is helping the children to appreciate the simplest and smallest things in life.
I love that. That's such a beautiful story, and I'm glad you're continuing that tradition on. Um, I, I mean, I learned all these things when I was little too, but I didn't feel the gratitude until probably the last 5 or 7 years, where I actually started taking care of myself,
Yes.
right, and feeling better. And that's when the spirituality practice came in, the gratitude practice came in, the all of that I never really practiced as,
Yes.
up until I was 40 something, right? So
Yes.
it's interesting now how much better life is just by making a few simple shifts.
Yes,
I feel so much
exactly.
happier. I feel,
Yes.
yeah, I love it. So what a great story, and it's got such a powerful message, and it's so easy to do, right? Anybody can do it.
Yeah, and I just want to say, since I connected with you, I've been getting your newsletters, and I just love them. Every single one of them is so uplifting and filled with gratitude about wellness. I just want to take this opportunity to tell you how much I appreciate it. Each newsletter is wonderful. Yeah,
Well, thank you so much for that. I love hearing that.
yeah,
Um, I try. I know
yes.
it makes me feel better, so I'm hoping it'll help other people. All right, well, let's shift over. Let's talk about who you are and what you do as an author.
Okay, so basically, it's the same thing. I found a way to bring gratitude into people's lives through my books. That's what I'm doing. Because like you, I did not understand how fundamental gratitude was in changing your life. Um, I would say as a teen, the world began to get grayer and grayer. And it wasn't until I guess it was my early 20s that I learned about the significance of gratitude. And that's when the colors began to come back to life. So even like I remember my morals were going, everything was going. I just didn't understand what the purpose of life was. And then once I got it, that our purpose here is really to enjoy this world in gratitude. Until I got that, I felt directionless, purposeless. The world seemed like a scary place. I didn't trust it. So it was a complete change. So my life's work is really, I began to write the books that I wished I had as a child, giving children a perspective as early in life as possible, and giving children a joyful perspective on life, what to trust in life, also what not to trust. I actually have books about the prevention of abuse. Those are some of my most popular books. Children love it. It gives them guidelines for how to operate in this world, which people felt like those books would be, they might create fear in children. It's the complete opposite. And I have books where I teach about disabilities. Again, how to be inclusive of children with disabilities. So many children would be more inclusive if they knew how. They're just not given the guidelines. So that's what I love to do. And um, I teach this to children because the earlier that you can imbue these ideas in children, the more they could soar with joy exponentially for the rest of their lives. But as you know, adults also, we all have neuroplasticity. We can all become more grateful people at any stage in our lives. So I give presentations to adults, to children, to everybody, anyone that will listen that's interested, because we need more joy. And that's really what we're here for. So why miss out? Yeah.
Absolutely. So kids are not born with this, are they? Or is it something we teach? What is it?
Are kids born with it? We are born so that we're just like physical beings, and we're not aware of our spirituality when we're born. But as we get older, especially I think as we become adolescents, it changes. That's when my awareness began to develop at age 12. I it's like a consciousness expanding, and suddenly you're not just in the world, you're aware of it, and you start wondering more. So I would say at first, not. And like babies, for instance, they have this wonderful, wonderful life. They're being loved up all the time. And then they're screaming their heads off about a little burp. One little burp in their stomach is making them scream and scream. And that's the perfect example of us. I was just thinking about this the other day. We have so much goodness in our lives. We have an abundance of things to be grateful for, but we'll focus on the one thing we don't have and scream about it. So, like, babies can be the example for us of really what not to be. They're
Yeah.
just totally physical when they're born. And so as we become more aware of our spirituality and that's our essence is we are souls clothed in bodies, we can learn from these babies that it's not all about the physical and we can begin to appreciate all the gifts in our life.
Yeah, I love that. So, if the kids do learn this, because I think we try to teach it to them, but then we end up losing it as adults, right? So what happens there?
We we all were given we're all given messages all day long. We have a voice in our head from morning till night telling us to be miserable. It's constantly weighing on us. I call it like a barbell. It's like weighing down on us with these messages. You're missing that, you're lacking that. And how do we grow our gratitude muscles? Pushing off this weight. It's like a personal trainer. It's there for our benefit. That whispering voice in our heads that's telling us to be miserable, know that we all have it. It's just disguised differently for each person, perfectly suited to your weaknesses, and it'll get you where you're weakest. And as we recognize it, when we come to recognize this way, it's why I teach this to children as early in life as possible. That book is called Don't Read This Book. It's in the voice of yeah, don't read this book. The voice is telling us how it works. So it's saying, don't read this book or you're going to find out all my tricks. And
Uh,
that's what it's showing. It's teaching children that we have this voice, recognize it's trying to make you miserable, to focus on what you're missing. And as soon as you recognize that, you get your power back. And
yes,
then you could push it off and grow your gratitude muscles.
yes. Amazing. Like I said, that's what happened to me. Life is so much better now.
Yes, thank
Um,
God.
yeah, I love that you teach both the adults and the children about this because it's something that we do lose. And you're right, that voice in our head is programmed to help us survive, which
Yes,
is all about fear. It's all about what if this happens? What if that happens? Worry, trying to keep you in a safe place, which, maybe thousands of years ago, we needed that. We don't need it anymore. Um, Amazing. So, um, let me think. For the mom, maybe who's lost herself, right? And that feeling of gratitude. What are some of the first things she can do, both for herself and for her children, to
right.
start practicing gratitude?
Yes. First of all, recognize that our brains are like search engines and we have algorithms. So, whatever message we want to get, we keep getting the same messages coming at us. We have to put, I don't like to say the word work. We have to put energy into changing that. Change the search engine, change the algorithm so that your brain begins to scan for positive messages. Um, it's amazing. So we have about 60,000 thoughts a day.
Mhm.
And what research shows is that about 80% of those thoughts are negative.
Yep.
And then about 95% of all those negative thoughts are repetitive. We keep having the
Yes.
same negative thoughts day in, day out, all day long. This awareness is so helpful. It gives us our power back to change that. And we can begin on any level. I love beginning. I talk about this is a tangerine or an orange because it's just so simple and little. The fruit are green when they begin. They're protected by the leaves. They're protected until they're ready for us. They get brighter and brighter. When they get to have their most vivid color, they're calling to us, we're ready. So when they call to us, they're the most beautiful to look at. They smell beautiful. And when we take off the individual wrapping, we get to taste this sweet juiciness that's been preserved in there for months. And the one that we're holding in our hands was designed for us with infinite loving kindness and infinite wisdom. It's amazing. And even that when we finish it, we have these little seeds, these eternal seeds that like can become infinite more orange trees or tangerine trees, and then infinite more oranges or tangerines. So packed inside this tiny tangerine is so much love, so much wisdom, and this is just one tiny gift in our lives. So we have so many gifts, and we take so much for granted. The the more that we can practice gratitude, the less we will be miserable. It's really that simple. It's about becoming more aware of all the good things in your life.
Yeah, and you just gave first of all, I love all your analogies. They're so on point, but you just gave us like a life lesson right there, right, with the tangerine. Find
Yes.
beauty in it because it's right. That's the peak of the tangerines, like you said, the smell and the beauty and the taste. Um,
Yes.
and that's what you have to find in like everything.
Yes. Exactly.
Nice.
It's all hidden in there in everything.
Yes. Amazing.
Yes.
So now you have a free offer called the Pleasure Ladder Chart. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. I don't have time to give you the whole thing today, I know, but it's phenomenal. Whenever you feel like, whenever you're feeling anxious, depressed, or you feel like some addictive inclination is coming over, like overeating or something like that, which was a problem that I had for years. You look at this chart. I recommend putting it in the in the kitchen, someplace like that. So the minute you feel like overeating, you will recognize that what you really want is lasting pleasure. How do you get lasting pleasure? There's so many ways. We just keep stuffing our faces because it'll keep giving us pleasure for those seconds when it's in our mouth. But there's so many other ways that you can find lasting pleasure. And it's all the price you pay to climb the pleasure ladder is gratitude. So you can download this. It's a free chart, and we don't put it on the website because they were downloading millions of copies. It was crazy. So I only give it as a, yeah, I just give it as a link to you, to the podcast
Nice.
listeners, that you could download the chart and put it up, and it can remind you. There's an abundance of ways that I could bring pleasure into my life this very moment. And it doesn't have to be through overeating addictive food. Like junk is deliberately made to be addictive. It's
Yes,
not
it
like this
is.
tangerine, which it's not made that way. This is made with love, while the junk food is made with greed. It's a whole different kind of thing. So this is all about recognizing the wonderful things available to us every moment to bring more gratitude into our lives.
Amazing. Yeah, so if you want that pleasure ladder, I will put the link in the show notes so you will get it. If people have a question or they want to connect with you, where can they find you?
Yeah, my website is run by my children, and yeah, they love when you visit, so please do. Yeah, and you'll see all my books, including my newest ones. The Happiness Box is really about how to be grateful for children. Books like this and so many others that you can explore. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so again, I will put the links below. This is such an important topic, and I can just see the joy and the gratitude radiating out of you. So I love that.
Oh, thank
And I
you.
hope our viewers can also get that energy from you because that is the key to unlock happiness in life, right? I think Bracha's
Yes,
got it.
thank you so much.
Um,
Thank you,
well,
Amy.
thank you for joining me. It was a wonderful conversation. I loved it. Um, and as we sign off, remember small changes create big transformations, and you deserve to feel good too. I will see you again next week on This Incredible Mom Life.
Are you struggling to be the best mom you can be? Are you fatigued, overwhelmed, and stressed out? Are you losing precious time with your family because of PMS? If so, sign up for my free gift on how to start living in tune with your monthly cycle. The link to get it is in the show notes below. Use this guide to help you start to eliminate your symptoms of PMS, increase your energy, reduce stress, and fully enjoy this incredible mom life. The way I see it, you have 3 choices. You can try to figure it all out on your own. You can do nothing and stay where you are, or you can get the customized guidance you need to thrive as a mom. The choice is yours. Thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you learned something from these stories. If you enjoyed this show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share this podcast. It really helps this show grow. If you have a mom story you would like to share, click on the link in the description below on becoming a podcast guest. Remember, the content on this podcast is for general information only. It does not replace any medical advice given by your healthcare providers. Please check with your doctor if you have any questions about your specific condition and before starting any new diet or exercise regimen. Thank you, and you will hear from me soon.